So today we're gonna be doing funny questions to get to know me. So I hope these questions are funny. I hope they put some light in this room, bring a smile to my face, and hopefully to yours as well. And hopefully you get to know me better. So let's get started. What's the weirdest food you've ever tried, and what was the story behind it? Honestly, I have to say it would be some bison soup. Because did I ever think I was gonna be eating bison? No. But was the soup good? Absolutely. But there's really no story behind it. My brother went camping with his school. They went overnight camping, actually sleep in a tent camping. And this is him and my mom brought back some bison soup, and I decided to try it. Have you ever accidentally sent a message to the wrong person? What happened? I've done this a couple times. Just moving too fast. Sometimes in life you got to slow it down. Come on, spirit, slow down. Slow down. I can't remember what happened. I can't even remember the last time I sent the wrong message to someone, but I'm pretty sure nothing happened. I was probably just like, oh, sorry, wrong person. Because, when you're texting multiple people at the same time, that's what happens. What's the funniest prank you ever pulled on someone or had pulled on you? Okay, see, there goes a laugh, there goes a smile. So I have this video actually posted on my my Facebook page, and it was when my brother, my sister, and I, we were a lot younger, but we were at Chili's, and we were out with my mom and her friend, and my sister fell asleep at the table, and so I decided that it would be funny just to kind of put some blue cheese up to her nose, because blue cheese is funky. Listen, I've never been a blue cheese fan. I can tolerate it a bit more now these days than ever before, because I did not like blue cheese. But yeah, it was so funky. And I remember when they brought it to the table with the wings, we was like ew. So anyway, she fell asleep, and I'll probably insert a little clip here, but I put the blue cheese little dip container, and I put it up to her nose. And me and my brother were cracking up laughing because it woke her up out of her sleep. That's how funky the cheese is. That's how funky the cheese was. It was like, you ain't never got to be that strong to be some cheese, but it's cheese. Have you ever gotten lost somewhere unexpected? How did you find your way back? Girl, listen, somebody could give me some directions and I will still somehow get lost. It's not the listening for me. It's probably just you gave me too many steps. You need to send me a GPS map. You need to send me something. But I remember one time we was at the doctor's office. So we had to pull into the garage, which is kind of underground. And then we had to go down this hallway, get to the elevator. I think it was a dentist's office. Bruh, I could not find my way back to the floor. When I tell y'all, because it was multiple floors. We weren't on the first floor or whatever. We were on maybe, let's say, the 5th floor. I couldn't find the car. Then I finally find the car. Then I go back. Then I get on the elevator. Then I couldn't remember what floor we was on. So first of all, I couldn't even remember the way back to the elevator because the building was so big for no reason. Well, I'm sure it's the reason. How did you find your way back? I don't even know. God always helped me find my way back, and that's that on that. If you had to relive one awkward moment from your life, which would it be and why? Why would I want to relive awkward moments? There were so many. An awkward moment. And why would I want to relive it? That's funny in itself. Why would I want to relive an awkward moment? I just wouldn't. And that's my final answer. What's the strangest thing you've done while half asleep? I remember as a child, I wasn't half asleep though. I was asleep. Dream was so vivid. I just woke up yelling at my sleep, stop, somebody was messing with me. And I just woke up out of my sleep and I yelled the person's name and I was like, stop, so-and-so. And then I guess I was so loud yelling that I woke myself up. But I remember when I woke up, I was like, oh, it's just a dream. Have you ever experienced a wardrobe malfunction at the worst possible time? I can't say that I have. But I will tell you something funny. When I was graduating high school, I wore these sandals to graduation. And I had the stupidest, dumbest, most awkward looking suntan you could have. And it was on my feet. Half of my foot was light and half of my foot was tan. It was because I would wear these Toms every day to school, and it was hot, so every day to school I would wear Toms. And if you know the Tom shoes, only half of your foot is covered and it still shows a bit, right? I had that tan, like basically the part of my skin that was exposed was tanned. And I remember when I was wearing my sandals for graduation, it wasn't hiding nothing. And I was just so like, oh my gosh, like I have to walk outside in public with my feet like this. And it didn't go away for a very long time. Have you ever been caught talking to yourself? What were you saying? Y'all, I talk to myself all the time. Like, moments like this when I'm home alone, I'll be having full-blown conversations with myself. Like, I mean, not even to myself, but I'll be talking to God too. Like, I just be... It's nobody watching. Like, you supposed to live like nobody watching for real. But I don't know if I've ever been caught talking to myself. And therefore, I don't know what I was probably saying, but I know it was something that I needed to tell myself. What's the most ridiculous thing you've ever done on a dare? I remember when I was a kid, my mom and her friend was out. We was at Robeeks, I remember specifically, over there in Westchester. And I remember, I don't know if she ordered this shot or if they was sampling this shot, but it was a shot of wheatgrass juice. And I remember my mom's friend was like, I dare you to drink that, or something. She said, if you drink that, I'll give you, she probably said, I'll give you some money or something, because, I ain't doing nothing for free. But I was like, okay. I'm thinking it's like just some regular green juice. Like, maybe it's going to taste like, your standard apples and kale, like, some Jamba Juice green juice type stuff. This not Jamba Juice. This not that. That wasn't this. This was not it. I took that shot of wheatgrass, y'all, and I swallowed it. Oh my god, it was the worst thing I ever had. But I could drink it now, I'm pretty sure, because I'm really like a health nut now and I like my greens. But when I was a child, I was just in for a loop. I said, what is this? Have you ever made an impulse purchase that you regretted? What was it? I done made so many impulse purchases, y'all. Did I regret any of them? I don't even know. Like, there's probably a couple times I regretted purchasing stuff just based off impulse. But I don't think I ever, like, really cared. Like, I was like, oh, I got it. I wanted it. Obviously, like, this is why I got it. I probably only regretted it because I didn't want to spend the money. But, yeah. What's the most hilarious thing you've seen someone do on public transport? Y'all, where do I begin? Especially when you catching the metro in LA. Are you serious? Don't be on the 210 late at night. Don't be on the 210, period. Don't be on that blue line. Don't be on that green line. Girl. Or boy, I done seen some real crazy stuff. But if we talking about, what was it, most hilarious thing? I done seen somebody arguing with themselves, hitting themselves, beating themselves up. It was a lot of mental health issues going on in public transportation. Technically, it's funny to the public, but that person really battling through something. But I done seen a lot of, like, crazy stuff on public transport, okay? I see more, like, traumatic and scary stuff than I have hilarious, so if I could say that. What's the weirdest thing you do when a person keeps talking but you're tired of listening? Really ever do I get tired of listening unless we arguing back and forth and I don't want to hear what you're talking about. Other than that, like, I could have a full-blown conversation with somebody for hours. Like, I could talk, and if you talking and you wholeheartedly just speaking and telling your story, like, I'm listening. But if we arguing, I'm gonna just start rolling my eyes and just, like, I do this right here with my hands. I'll be like, okay. But other than that, I don't think it's weird. So this question says, what's the funniest reaction you've had to a surprise or a jump scare? First of all, don't play with me. So my man, he's pretty good at jump scaring me. He's done it a couple times. And I believe my little brother has attempted it. And maybe he was successful maybe like once or twice or a couple times. But my man is the one that, when it comes to jump scares, that's the one who come to mind. Because I remember one time at our house in San Diego, like, why are you what you trying to scare me for? Like, I do this dumb, I'm not even gonna curse. I do, like, the most cringiest, dumbest scream when I'm really scared. I'd be like, ah! Can't even mimic the scream because I'd have to do it, like, in a moment where I'm scared. But when I tell you my spirit be yelling and screaming at the same time. What's the funniest misunderstanding you've had with a child? Immediately going to my toddler, because there's been multiple times I'll tell her stuff and she just don't care. She be like, oh, mama, you said that? Okay. Keep doing what you want to do. she be just repeating stuff that she hear adults say, and I'd be like, okay, don't say that. And she'd be like, okay, don't say that. It's a bad word. I never, ever, ever say it again. And then she'll say it again. And then she knows she ain't supposed to say that. Then she'd be like, ooh, I gotta wash my mouth. So, yes. What's the most unusual encounter you've had with an animal? I mean, I'll tell y'all this. It wasn't really unusual, but if you know, you know. Elephants are my favorite animals. And I remember one time going to the zoo, and I just feel like me and this elephant was just staring at each other's souls. Like, we were just locked in, eye to eye. Like, the elephant all the way over here, you know, behind the little bars and whatnot. I'm over here on the walking path with the rest of the humans, and I'm just sitting there, like, just staring at this elephant. I've always been so mesmerized with them, and I think that's always why they've been my favorite animals since I was a child. I knew what I liked. Like, it was seeing me, and I was seeing the elephant. We was locked in for real. And I'll never forget that. Have you ever tried to make something from a DIY video only for it to go hilariously wrong? Oh, probably, most likely. I've always been a crafty person, a creative person. So I remember when these DIY videos came out about how to make your own lip gloss and do all this. Yeah, I tried to DIY the lip gloss one time. It didn't turn out right. And I remember thinking like I was about to get some real pigment, just real cute gloss. And it did not turn out that way. I also tried to make some homemade brownies. If this counts as a story, I tried to make some homemade brownies one time. And actually, there was box brownies, homemade. Nobody got time for that. There was some box brownies. And I misread the instructions. It said to put like half a teaspoon of salt, if even that. And I read half a tablespoon of salt, or like, I think half a cup. No, I probably did half a tablespoon, because half a cup is just way off. But when I tell you these brownies, they came out, they look so good. They look so perfect, but they was salted in a mug. Boy, I was like I can still remember the taste. And I'll never forget, because I love brownies, and I never had no salty ass brownie like that. That was just so crazy. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure it said half a teaspoon of salt, and I think I put half a tablespoon of salt. But it's possible I could have put half a cup of salt. Don't you? What's the funniest thing that ever happened to you in a class or training session? Oh, one time I was in class, and I had one of those dreams where, you know, it feels like you falling. And I had my head down, because, you know, this is how we sleep in class. I had my head down, and I just remember waking up, and I just jumped like this. My classmate sitting next to me was just looking at me like, girl, you good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. Now, this question says, what's a movie or TV show you could watch over and over again without getting bored? Oh, I got a couple. Living Single. Okay, shout out to Living Single. If they ever make a reboot, call me. A movie, Bring It Down the House, Coming to America. What else? Some musicals as well. Let me see. Dreamgirl. There's just like a lot of stuff I can watch over and over again. I can probably watch Black Cake. It's a TV show on Hulu. Y'all need to check it out and really run up them ratings, because they really canceled it after season 1. I don't like that. If you could only eat one type of cuisine for the rest of your life, what would it be? Asian food, immediately. Oh, it's between Asian and African food. Oh, I'll probably do Asian food. Oh, I don't know. One cuisine for the rest of my life is insane. But I'll probably do Asian food, because if I had to, like, yeah. Do you have a favorite hobby that you could talk about for hours? What is it? I got a lot of different hobbies. I love doing YouTube videos. I love dancing, drawing, acting. And I could talk about all that stuff for hours. I could talk about anything for hours, to be honest. As long as I'm with the right person and I'm interested in it. What's a book you've read that you think everyone should read at least once? The Bible. But if you're not religious, I think everyone should read The 4 Agreements. That's a really good book. It's a really short book. Yeah, you don't need to be religious to read it. It's just 4 very good rules of life that you should follow, and I think it'll really change your life. It helped change mine. Are you more of an early bird or a night owl? I used to always be a night owl growing up, especially like in high school. I would stay up like real late. I feel like I'm either or. More so of an early bird now, because I got stuff to do now. And yeah, at night I just really be needing to get my sleep. So, what's your go-to comfort food when you're feeling down? I would say ramen or I really love fish pepper soup. Ugh. And I haven't had that in a long time. Like, I need some fish pepper soup. Actually, that would be perfect to eat today, but I wouldn't dare. The place where I get my food from, I wouldn't dare go there right now because they're either going to be out or I'm going to have to wait till like 2 more hours. Like, I could place the order now and I'm going to have to wait 2 hours just to go get the food. But yeah, fish pepper soup, that's my comfort food. Really, any kind of soup. If you could pick one superpower to have, what would it be and why? I would be a healer and just make everyone's problems, well, maybe I can't make your problems go away, but maybe I can heal you from a lot of what you're dealing with. And why? Because I think a lot of people suffer from mental health and depression and just a lot of struggles on the everyday. My superpower would just be healing because I love to make people feel better and I just want everybody to have a good time. Do you have a favorite game you loved playing as a child? Yeah. Oh my god. I used to love playing a lot of games. So I remember having a leapfrog. I used to love playing my little leapfrog. I also loved playing on my Nintendo DS. And then when I got my DSi, that was like my favorite thing in the world to play with. Oh my god, I felt so cool. And then especially because me and my childhood friends had it too. So we would be like in the car just like texting each other on the little Nintendo chat. It would be so fun. I would like ask her if we could have some McDonald's. I'm like, no, you ask her. And then I also love playing the Wii. I remember playing this Sonic game with my mom on the Wii one night, like staying up real late. We was eating chips and salsa. It's like one of my favorite memories. And also like double dutch, hide and seek, tag, the standard. What's your favorite way to spend a weekend or day off? I love to just sleep and eat. That's my thing. Rest and eat. And put on a good movie, a nice movie or TV show, or I don't even have to have that, but just as long as I have some good food and a good blanket, a nice soft velvety blanket, I'm okay. You feel me? Is there a song that you never skip when it comes on? No Weapon by Fred Hammond. Speaking of gospel, I don't skip a lot of gospel songs when they come on, but I also love what's the song? And I like singing The Storm Is Over Now. I love that song. That's one of my all-time favorite gospel songs. But non-gospel songs, anything SZA for real, because I love SZA. I love Saturn. Anything Mahalia and Cleo Soul. Those are like 3 artists off the top of my head that I'll never skip when they come on. And then rap and stuff, I do not be listening to rap as much. Like Kendrick Lamar is probably the only rap artist I really kind of listen to this past year, and that's because he been really in the media just handling business. And also I support real artists, stuff that feeds my soul. What's a skill you've always wanted to learn but haven't had the chance yet? I've always wanted to learn to play the guitar and the piano, which I will still learn and I'm still gonna master because I love music and I also love singing sometimes, writing a lot, not just music, poetry and stuff too, and stories and scripts. But yeah, I've always wanted to learn to play the guitar and the piano, and I still haven't gotten a chance to do that yet. If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would you go and why? I would go to Africa. I think Africa is so beautiful. I've never been there before. I only see what I see on the internet. Yes, you guys, unfortunately, my phone did just die on me, so I had to charge it. That being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got a chance to know me a little bit better. I did actually laugh this video. They actually were some pretty funny questions, pretty good memories, and now I'm in a much better mood than I was before I even started filming this video. So I'm glad I did this video. I'm gonna have to film part 2 in an entirely different video. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, comment what your favorite question was, comment new questions that I could probably respond to in my next video. Stay blessed, peace, love, and blessings. If you like this video and would like to see a part 2 or just support my channel, please subscribe.